Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to Allotment of the Dead. So it's time to do something with these tomatoes. They've all gone really, I wouldn't say leggy, but they've all gone quite tall already. They've been under the lights on the unit upstairs, and I need to try and get these down the plot pretty soon because I'm again running out of space. The courgettes and things I planted the other day are probably going to take over from where these have left off. So it's time to get these moving. You'll notice that all of these have got their first leaves around at this sort of level here. So this entire stem here is literally grown from that initial seed, and you see where it's been searching for the light. But the good thing about these tomatoes is, which is quite similar to the rest of the solanum species, and I've planted some of the other solanums today, like the datura and the brugmansia. I've planted those out earlier, potted those on, is that this entire stem here is full of little tiny hairs. I'll put a picture on the screen so you can see that. But each of the hairs will potentially turn into a root. So we can actually literally, when we plant them, we can actually bury them up to these initial nursery leaves, the ones that they get when they first come out. Cotyledons, I think, is the other name for them. So that entire stem can literally be planted to the base of the pot, really. And then you'll get a nice strong root system and a nice sturdy plant. So that's what we'll be doing today. I think I was originally going to plant 6 varieties, and it's turned out to be probably more like 20, I think, after the ones I had sent me. So that's the job for today. So I'll bring the camera a little bit closer to the action and show you the first couple, and then we'll go from there. I'll go on and do the rest, because once you've seen one, I think you've probably seen them all. Right, let's get this camera a bit sorted. Okay, so we've got all of these nice, I don't know whether they're 7-inch or 9-inch plant pots, all nicely filled with some compost already. And tool for the job is the trusty chopstick again, and we'll be basically planting these lovely tomatoes. So we'll go start with this green giant. Okay, so these won't have probably rooted very deeply because this actual initial compost has been quite shallow, and I've probably left them a little bit long before I planted them on. So what we'll do is we'll make a nice deepish hole, which is enough to get the roots of this tomato down to close to the bottom, but not quite. And then that will enable all of these nice little hairs here to have contact with the soil, and then hopefully this chemotaxis reaction that they'll have, they should grow some nice leaves, some nice roots into the compost. So like I said, solanum species, pretty much most of them have always got these hair-like structures on the side which have potential to turn into roots. I'll put a picture on the screen of one of the brugmansias that I planted on earlier, and just to see again those lovely little hairs. All right, so we'll sink this then to the bottom of the pot, nice and deep, and then we'll just tap the soil around it so it gets that nice contact with the soil, and then we'll put a nice little label in there. Then this will be watered. I generally water most things from the bottom, so I'll sit these in a nice tray of water, and then I'll probably take these down the plot later. We've got plenty of kind of areas where I can actually put them, and it's kind of around 10 degrees overnight at the moment down the plot as well, so it's not too bad in terms of temperature. So I'm going to hopefully take these down, because I don't think, famous last words, there's going to be a horrible frost. So we'll do the second one again. Sink down. You can again sink them to, oh, it looks like I've lost a leaf somewhere from somewhere. Okay, sink it again to, you can actually sink it to these cotyledons here, but that will do us there. And again, nice little tap so it's all in contact. Nice little label. So we'll just do one more. I generally won't plant everything I've got here. I'm going for the strongest looking ones, so the ones with the thickest stems really, because you want that nice root structure and you want that nice ability to make decent roots. So gently tease them apart. There we go. So again, nice little hole, and we'll put the tomato nice and deep, and we'll top it up. Okay, so I think I've got about probably 4 of each of these will probably do me. So I'll do that one there for the green giants. Okay. I might pot up a couple of the other ones just for spares, or maybe just to give away. Thing about allotments and allotment gardeners is that we produce a lot of seedlings and a lot of plants, and generally we'll probably give quite a few away as well. It's a nice thing to do. Whilst you're here, I'm going to see if I can find the Brad's Atomic Grape ones and just show you what they look like, because I think they aren't probably as going to look as good as those ones I've just planted. So these here are the Brad's Atomic Grape. So okay, oh, be very careful. So there's your Brad's Atomic Grape. So a lot of people, when they're growing this particular tomato, they always complain, I suppose complain is the right word, that the Brad's Atomic Grape doesn't really look as if it's thriving, as if it's doing well. Reason being, I think Brad's Atomic Grape is just one of those tomatoes that just doesn't look as if it's going to really do well at all. So but it makes some fantastic tomatoes. They end up with these nice egg-shaped orbs of really full of colours, which taste absolutely fantastic. So yeah, it's kind of a strange plant to grow, but potential for some decent flavour and fruit off these is great. So yeah, so there's your Brad's Atomic Grape. So we'll put some of those in, and again I'll probably save a few extras, you know, tease out the extra ones there. So a single plant for this, again it's got all of those nice hairs that we were talking about earlier. So there is your Brad's Atomic seedling. Again, hairs all the way down, but not a fantastic looking plant. Leaf seems to be a bit sparse, and there we go. Right, so that's nice and sunk in, and we'll see how that looks later. So there's your Brad's Atomic. I mean, if you compare that to the green giant, that's got more of a potato leaf on it really, actually. And if you actually look at that one, that is more of a tomato leaf. So you get some tomatoes that have what look like potato looking leaves on them. So that's kind of where we are with them. Right, I'll carry on and do the rest of these, and I will get back to you when I'm sorted. There probably will be a lot. So I've had quite a busy afternoon. Managed to pot on pretty much all of the tomatoes. I've got at least 4 of each variety, maybe more of a couple of them, just as the odd spare here and there, and probably ones I can give away to either other people down the plot or anybody else that I guess wanted one. But I've got a load of stuff now to take down the plot. I think I'm going to take down probably all of these tomatoes that I've done now. They're going to be fine, I think, probably in the polytunnels now. I probably need to aerate them a little bit because it's been like 35 degrees down there in the polytunnels today. But yeah, I think we're on the temperature's rising and things are getting hot. So hopefully we should be almost thereabouts to almost start planting stuff out even. So let's just show you again as to some of the other bits and pieces that I'm going to be taking down. So whenever you pot on anything, there's a good chance they're probably going to sulk for a bit, so they get a little bit limp. I was going to say, just give them a good water, don't worry, they will come back. Generally, most of these Solano species especially will sulk a little bit. I mean, these are the first ones I've done, and they're already looking okay, apart from that one. Bless it. So yeah, we'll get there. So these are the Brugmansia that we'll take down, and if you can notice, like I said earlier, I think you can see the stem there. Hopefully it's showing it up, but you'll see the little hairs even there are on there. So the Brugmansia are going to go down. These are the ones that I planted second time round, and now the originals are coming up. This clary sage that I planted as well, I potted this on. That's been sulking big time at the moment. So hopefully, as you can see, hopefully they'll all come up. And we've got a mixture here of Narangillo. So these are the ones that are going to have little spiky thorns all over them. And then we've got these ones that look a little bit variegated, called shoe fly. So these are the ones that are supposed to be able to scare off your whitefly around your brassicas. So I'll be planting some of these up in pots in the brassica cage in the hope that we can chase away some of those horrible whitefly. The other things I'm taking down are, again, some more of these absolutely gorgeous chilies. So they're looking really, really good. I think I've just taken the head off that one. I'd like to say almost by accident, but I think I did it intentionally because it's getting really, really tall. And on this one, you can already see, again, some of these. Oh, I pinched out the leaves as well, but there is some, you can see there, hopefully, some little flowers starting to grow. Now, this is one of the ones from the, I called it Russian roulette, but these are the ones from the freebies that Red Dragon Seeds gave me in with my order. And I've never seen a chili do this. I mean, yes, they bush up from the bottom, but this is absolutely amazing. I have no idea what type of chili this is. I've just designated, well, I haven't designated it. I didn't even know what it was, to be honest. So it'd be interesting to see what comes off this. And what I pointed out earlier when it came to these Solanum species and roots is, again, you'll see it quite well on this. Let me just put it down again. So you can see here, wherever it's contacted the ground, those little roots that are coming out there. And again, up the side of this tomatillo plant, again, part of the Solanum species, related to tomatoes, aubergines, chilies, potatoes, and then all of your poisonous ones like Datura, Brugmansia. So yeah, same family, and most of them will do this kind of air roots, trying to set down roots into the ground. And that's a little bit dry there, which is probably why it's trying to do that now. But again, yeah, those little tiny roots that it's putting out are absolutely amazing. So I've got all of those to take down to the plot this evening. I need to probably have a look, see if anything needs watering. But it's been a good day, a productive day. It's been a day where I probably could have spent it down the plot digging, but I've decided to try and pot on everything that I could pot on, in the hope that these will be then ready to take down and hopefully at some point shortly go in the ground. Most of my tomatoes, in fact one of my tomatoes this year, will be in the ground outside. Mixture of different varieties. Some of them probably won't do very good outside, but it's one of those things that I've always been a bit of a chancer when it comes to tomatoes. And more often than not, I'll have planted 3 or 4 inside the polytunnels, but this year, got no space for tomatoes. It's literally going to be a chili fest in both polytunnels. Right, so that's all for today. Hopefully, we'll see you on the next one. So, all the best, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.